This was supposed to be a quick trip back to Elkhart, but between a rather large unplanned purchase for safety, a mystery engine problem that resulted in a questionable service bill, and one stop we instantly regretted, this week turned into a roller coaster. The good news? One surprise actually worked out in our favor. We finally got to tour something we missed out on last time. Stick around, this week's video has a few twists.
Hey there, welcome back to the Wild Blue Wanderers channel. I'm Scott.
And I'm Ashley.
And last week we kind of did a short video and left you off with us getting ready to go over to Braden Hall and get our couches taken care of.
Yeah, we weren't sure how it was going to play out. When we made the appointment, they said, just come on in and we'll get you taken care of. So we were hopeful that they were going to swap out the theater seat that we had purchased, which was the zero clearance.
Yep.
But we weren't sure.
Yeah. So we got over there, I don't know, about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they got right on it. We actually wanted a different model, and they had this one, well, now that you see it, this one on the showroom floor. They don't normally give the ones from the showroom floor, so they did some they did some checking with the manufacturer and found out the manufacturer had the same model, different color, I think.
Yep.
In stock. So
yeah, and so they were able to say, you know what, we want to make sure you guys are happy, and we don't normally do this, but we can give you this one off the floor because we have one to replace it in our showroom, because, you know, they got to have something for the people to sit in their showroom so they can sell more. And these are, Lambright is the manufacturer, and they are Amish made, fantastic.
And they did find when they took the other one out, the arm, there was something broken or something in that arm. Something wasn't right. Yeah, they said, oh no, this definitely isn't right. We're going to send this back over to Lambright and have it repaired. But I'll tell you, this one's way more comfortable than the other one was. We were really happy with this Houston or Hudson or something model. I don't know, but it was something like that. But this one's way more comfortable than the other one. So far, I'm super happy that they were able to change them up.
And I can't say enough about the customer service at Braden Hall. The whole team there was fantastic.
Yes. And,
you know, if you need any furniture and you're in Elkhart or you're, you know, wanting to order some furniture, I can highly recommend Braden Hall.
So then to address our tow hitch issue, well, not the hitch, but the tow bar issue, Ashley actually had looked around the day before and found a place called Dan's Service Center, I believe it was.
Yeah, actually, I had called Bontrager's and asked by chance if they carry any, tow bars or any accessories or parts for them, and they said no, call Dan's in Elkhart. So I was like, okay, thanks. So I looked it up, and Dan's Service Center, hitch specialist, they call it Dan's Service Center and Dan's Hitch. I don't know if it's two different companies, but they're the same place, and they literally specialize in hitches. That's what they do.
Yep. And Ashley actually texted back and forth with them, and they ordered the new swivel part for us that day, so they would be in stock for us the next day without us even asking for that.
Yeah, I didn't even commit that we were going to go there.
So we went in there and talked to the guy there. He came out and looked at the stuff, and he was like, yeah, I can tell by just looking at the hitch that you tow this with a big rig. He said probably like a big Super C or something like that. And the Super C wasn't there. So obviously he's pretty knowledgeable to figure that out. So I explained to him what our system was, and he said that, you know, if there's any kind of slop in that hitch, that can cause issues. But so we got the parts to replace it, and in talking to him, we decided to go ahead and purchase a second tow bar.
There's our nice new clean tow bar. There's the point. See, nice and neat.
Just so we have a spare one for down the road if something happens, or if we need to send it in to get it repaired or to get it serviced, we would have one.
Yeah, it was something we we tossed back and forth, and it wasn't an easy decision. We just don't like to throw money around or have lots of room for things but that's a safety thing, and we thought it was important.
Yep. So I'll go into more detail. I got a video plan to show all of our towing setup, how we tow, what we've used in the past, and that kind of stuff. But since we tow so heavy, I wanted something rated at 15,000 pounds, and that's the only one that we found at that point. So we're set there. We're getting ready to head out there, but we're staying at a Harvest Host here.
Yep, we're at ObeCo. It's ObeCo Inc., I think. It's in Elkhart, and you're staying in their nice, flat, large parking lot behind their facility. And we went inside, and they have like storage solutions. So all those little cargo netting and things like that to keep things in your cabinet. Or we went in there and looked around, and then we thought, well, we'll check out their website. And then when I came back into the motorhome, I was like, wait a minute, I need this because there's some nettings that I wanted to put on the back of one of my cabinet doors to like hold, those random spice packets or even some of those rice packets. They don't fit really well in our pantry. So that's what I bought, and I'm so excited. I mean, it's the little things, right?
Right. Yep.
They were really nice.
Super nice people. Great place. Pretty conveniently located, everything. And other than there's some trucks pulling in next door occasionally,
it's super
loading,
quiet.
It's been super quiet, and we were the only ones here. So it worked out really, really good. So
we'd recommend it.
Yep. So tomorrow we're going to head back to Tennessee, and our parts from True Topper will be there, so we'll go ahead and do the install of the new little springs to hold the things down once we get back there.
So getting things taken care of.
So we'll show you that once we get back there and get the parts. So until tomorrow.
Stay. Oh, don't forget to wait for the stairs to go out. Well, we said when it rains, it pours. We're getting ready to go this morning, and Scott went outside and, well, had to get a better sweatshirt on that he could get dirty in.
Yep. We got dripping coolant. There's a big puddle on the ground down there, a small puddle on the ground down there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing it's a water pump, but I'm not sure. It looks like it's coming from that area, So
now we got to determine if it's an easy fix or if it's something we got to go find a Freightliner or Cummins shop, and we may be stuck in Indiana for the weekend. Yay! But I think that's all the filming I'm going to get out of Scott right now, because it's not a good morning. He's taking it in stride, though. He was able to call the local Cummins dealer or Cummins service center, and they said they're mostly doing inspections like for brand new rigs that come off the line. But they sent us to the Cummins service center in downtown South Bend, Indiana, and they are first come, first serve. And they are open till midnight and open Saturdays. So, hoping we can get in right away and they can get us on the road today or tomorrow. I mean, we don't have anywhere to be, so that's the good thing about this life. But, yeah, just roll with the punches.
Well, we are at the truck center here in South Bend. I called them, and they're a first come, first serve truck center, so they were able to get us in. Cummins wasn't going to get us in till next week, and the other truck center over in Elkhart, they couldn't get us in till later next week, but this one's a first come, first serve. She said, as soon as you get here, we'll put you on the list. So it looks like they're a couple hours until they're able to diagnose it, but I think it was just a seeping water pump. Of course, once it warmed up, it quit leaking, so I might have been able to drive it up back down to Tennessee and changed it myself down there. I've changed dozens and dozens of those water pumps over the years in the Cummins, and they're not hard. There's just a lot of little things in the way on these. So I could have done it myself potentially, but since we're here, we decided we'd go ahead and see what they're going to charge us. And we were able to lock Loki in the back bedroom with his food and water and everything. So we locked him back there. They know he's there. We got the dogs in the pickup with us. So we will find out what the ETA is on getting this done. We'll wait a couple hours here, and hopefully they'll be able to get us right in and get it done today, and we can be on our way. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. See if we have to find a hotel or an Airbnb or what we got to do for the night. So we'll let you know.
Well, they got Big Blue in. See what they can find. Headed back to the service center.
Well, guys, it's the next day. So we sat around over at the Freightliner dealership most of the day yesterday. We actually left for a little bit, went and got some lunch, found a dog park for the dogs to run in. That was kind of nice. But finally about 4 o'clock, let's see, we had got there about 10:30 in the morning. Finally about 4 o'clock, I finally asked them, hey, what's going on? You guys were supposed to at least give me a diagnosis before you started working on it. And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. And I was told that Tex only had it for an hour and that he had pressurized the system and checked the water pump, couldn't find any leaks. He hasn't been able to figure out anything. And so they were still trying to figure out what to do next. So I told them, just forget about it. I'll take care of it, troubleshoot it myself, and figure it out from there. If it's not actively leaking, it's probably just a cold water leak. Water pump's probably going out, but anyway, so they charged me for an hour's worth of labor and shop time and shop materials, so $260 later and a waste of a day. We're basically back to where we began. One of the reasons I hate going to other mechanic shops. That's why I do most of the stuff myself. Anyway, so it was after 4 o'clock when we got out last night, so we were trying to decide where to go. And we decided, if you see behind me, that, you know what, Camp Dynamax is normally a pretty easy place to get in and out of. And even though it was too late to get a hold of anybody to get permission, we drove by and there's absolutely nobody here at Camp Dynamax. So we figured they probably wouldn't mind if we hung out for a night. So that's where we're at. And to continue with the, if anything can happen, it will happen. We've been noticing that every now and then our water pump will continue to run after like the ice maker fills or some stuff like that. Well, it's gotten worse and worse. And we have the, the IRV WPC2. I did a video on that last year. It's a water pump controller that's actually supposed to get rid of the surging and stuff. And what it'll do is if it runs for more than 5 minutes, it actually shuts the water pump off to protect the pump in case it's running dry or in case it's something's wrong with it. Well, we've been noticing more and more often that, like after the ice maker fills, that the pump will just sit and slowly run quietly. And so I started the troubleshooting process of that today, and it sounds like we probably, after doing a bunch of tests and checks, it sounds like we probably have a bad check valve in the head of our water pump. So now I'm going to be on the look to see if I can get the rebuild kit for the head or if I have to buy a new water pump. But we're hooked up to city water now, and it still works. You just gotta shock the system, turn the water on hard and shut it back off real fast, and then it'll seat that valve. So it works. We just got to be aware of it till we can get the parts to get it fixed. So that's the update for today. We're at the Camp Dynamax. Figured we might just stay here for today and have a down day, and then Sunday, tomorrow, we'll figure out where we're going to go from there, whether we head back to Tennessee or if we stick around the area for a few more days. We got another option that we're going to find out Monday for sure. We'll let you know, and we're going to go from there. So stay tuned. Well, we finally made it out of Elkhart area.
Finally, we're still in Indiana.
Yep. And if you can see, the pickup is actually hooked up behind the motorhome, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
We're at what is this? It's probably dark out here and you can't see us, but it's
the Horseshoe Casino
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's a
Horseshoe,
Caesar's
Indianapolis. Yeah, it's a Caesars.
It's a Caesar's property.
Yep. So we're stopped out here. They allow camping or overnight stays out here in Section C. So we're going to walk way over there to the casino and see what we can grab for dinner. So
Get some steps in.
yeah, for sure. But we ended up staying up there for a little bit longer because we got the opportunity to go tour Showhauler today. We are at Showhauler Truck. It's a drizzly day here in, what is it, Middlebury, Indiana. We decided to hang out in Indiana for a few extra days because we actually got an opportunity to come see Showhauler. It was one of the ones we wanted to do the last trip we were here, but unfortunately it was bad timing for everybody. So
I think he was on vacation. So
yeah, so we're going to go in and check it out. I don't know that we'll be able to video in there, but if we can, we'll show you some stuff, but it's going to be kind of fun.
that was cool.
It's pretty amazing vehicles, I'll say. They do a really good build.
Yeah, it was really impressive. The first thing we saw when we walked in was this frame that was just, I mean, a beast.
Yeah.
And then the that was like the chassis frame.
Yeah.
And then the framing of the house is all steel.
Yeah. It's all welded steel construction, which is pretty robust. And they take what he said, it takes about 5 months from the time they bring one in until it's ready to go to paint.
Yeah.
So it's not a fast build by any means. These are pretty much complete custom builds.
Very impressive.
Yeah. That was fun to go see that and check those out. Add it to a dream list maybe someday.
Right?
So it was kind of fun. Now we've got to see Dynamaxes be built. We got to see Renegades be built. We got to see the new Mars getting built and the Grand Design lineage get built. So they've all got their pros and cons, and I can't say that depending on what you want, there's one way better than the other. They all got positives and negatives. So it was kind of cool to be able to see them all, though.
Yep.
Highly suggest if you're buying a rig, go do the tours of all those things. See how they're all built. Helps you decide which one you want to buy.
Yeah.
So.
And it's fun too. Something to do.
So we're gonna go see what we can find in here for dinner. It's about 8 o'clock almost. We got parked here, got the dogs all running around and fed and all that stuff. So now we're gonna go feed us, and then we'll head back out tomorrow morning.
I think it's like a 5
5
to 6 hour drive.
Yeah, to get back to our property in Tennessee. We'll be there for a few days. And
We finally made it out of Indiana, so we're in Kentucky now.
yep, on the road. Our final leg for this trip will be in Tennessee, barring any other unexpected things this evening. Our coolant level hasn't dropped at all. I've been checking it when we stop, and in the morning checking it. I haven't seen any more leaks, so it might have just been a fluke something or other. We'll monitor it and be prepared if we need to change that down the road. But
Yeah.
So one of the things that we didn't talk about was Sunday when we were hanging out, we decided to go to Bontrager's again to see if we could find a water pump for the
house.
freshwater. Yeah, for the freshwater, since it's been doing weird stuff. When it comes on real slow and turns off, the pump will keep running, and I think it's a check valve or something in the pump.
We're back at Bontrager's. What you got there, Scott?
We got a new water pump because the other one's not. Yeah, that'd be the check valve might be bad inside it. So this one's a 3 gallon per minute instead of 4 gallon per minute, but I think the head unit is the same. So we might get it just because it's only $70 here or 200 and something online. So we're going to get it here, and if worst case scenario, we've got a spare if we decide we want a 4 gallon one. I might just put the 3 gallon a minute pump in for now and see if we even need 4 gallons per minute. We don't run multiple things at the same time, and I think most of our shower and everything, we don't need 4 gallons per minute. So I might just put the 3 gallon one in there. If we don't like it, then I'll just swap the head out. See if that solves our problem. So we'll do that when we get stopped for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then Ashley actually found a car wash also that we was right before we got to Bontrager's. There was a little car wash we decided we'd try out.
Yeah, well, it was a big car wash. It was a truck wash. But, we'll see. Well, you can see how it works.
We're going to see what this H2O automatic truck wash is all about. We got to scope it out before we commit.
Looks like it shows them. Is that a motorhome?
That's a motorhome right down there.
Optional services, sanitize, relax.
$75.
Please proceed to wash tunnel entrance. Oh, it's right here.
Okay. I got a receipt. Have you guys ever been to an automatic truck wash? Leave a comment.
Well, guys, I've never tried an automated car wash, but we're gonna, with the motorhome, but we're gonna give it a try. So we'll see what happens. It says proceed, enter slowly.
I'm getting wet. It's spraying. Got the wheels all watered.
Try and go slow so we get plenty of soap and water and everything on it. I don't know. It doesn't really tell you how fast or how slow to go. So
I don't know if you can see it, but the far door is opening.
cost us $75. So we'll see how it does. It's brushless. Those things aren't spinning yet. I don't know if they're supposed. There they go. Oh, they're spinning hard now. There we go. We're getting full blast now. Guess this is the last one's the rinse.
Comes out clean.
Well, the dogs handle this a lot better than they do in Blue Beacon. That's for sure. They freak out at the Blue Beacon people.
Wow. Not sure it got rinsed very good.
Alright, well, we're out. We'll go outside and see what it looks like, huh?
Well, it's cleaner than it was, that's for sure. That was kind of fun. Not sure it was worth $75. We'll check it out once it dries and let you know.
Well, what do you think? Clean it?
It cleaned it, but I'm not sure it's worth $75. But I said we'll let them know once it dries. But either way, it's cleaner than it was.
Well, still got quite a few bugs on the front. Might have knocked the bug. Yeah, there's still quite a few bugs on there. They're all over. Right now, the waste is $75.
Yeah.
But maybe if it was clean to begin with, or fairly clean to begin with.
It was worth a shot.
Well, I don't recommend it. It probably would have knocked the dust off, but ours was pretty dirty, so it left a lot of bugs and guts and everything still on there, and it didn't rinse very good. You can still see soap kind of dropping off of it. So I don't recommend it, especially if you have a good paint job. Luckily, our paint job's kind of not the greatest anyway, and we've got some issues with it already. So yeah, in the future, if we had a nicer paint job, I definitely would not have taken it through there. When we get back to Tennessee, our little part from True Topper should be there, so we'll get those installed, and we might show that in the next video. Looks like it's a pretty simple install, but those were shipped to us, so those will get there. We'll get those done, and yeah.
Yeah, so we had, it seems like we had quite a few problems or issues all at one time, and they kind of hit us all together. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, really, when you think about it, we are still really appreciative of this life, and yeah, we're pretty blessed to have this life.
We can easily roll with the punches on this. And,
that's right.
You know, it's way better than other things.
Yeah, we're lucky we don't have to punch a clock every day, and we've done that for many years.
Yep.
But this is our life, and we do appreciate it, and so we don't want to sound like we're complaining at all.
No, and it was nice to be able to go, well, you know what, since this happened, we're going to stay an extra day. Let's go ahead and see if we can make those appointments with Showhauler like we wanted to do on the last one, and we were able to make those last minute things. Well, where do we have to be? We don't have any place we have to be.
We can make lemonade out of lemons,
right.
Or as my mom says, we can make lemon drops out of lemons.
There you go. So
that was a Hillaryism.
So yeah, thank you guys for traveling along with us, and hope you enjoyed our little crazy adventurous week. Turned out to be really good, but we do appreciate you watching, and hopefully you'll give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, see what you think, and subscribe to the channel, and you can see what kind of stuff we run into next time, or what kind of modifications or anything else that we do.
Yeah.
So thanks again for watching.
See you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.